Okay, so in our group we had Amy Norman, myself, Maddie Green, or Madeline Green, Katie Christian, Vanessa Pezzo, and Sadie Herds. And our scenario was that our class is participating in a science fair and the parents are not able to supply the materials that are needed. They can't pay for them. And how the scenario is going to affect the activity is that a student isn't going to be able to complete the assignment because of the insufficient funds or the insufficient materials that their household has. The objective is that the students will be able to apply what they have learned in science to create their own science fair project. So in our lesson plan, how it would kind of play out, I guess, is we would show them an example of a science fair project, preferably one of our favorite ones or one that we've used in the past, just something like that. And we would explain the objective, which is that the project should demonstrate their learning throughout the year and be able to implement 3 vocabulary terms from their textbook, so they can be able to make connections with that. The students would need to find a topic with a measurable outcome or a solution that solves the problem. They also would need to write 1-page paper to turn in with the project explaining how the project works and the solution it presents, because then we can see that they actually have a clear understanding of what they're doing and it's not just something that was kind of handed to them. We would explain that there is a list with acceptable materials that they can use for their project and the specifications, and we would explain the due dates of the project. By this point, we would be interrupted by a student who explains that they don't have the materials because it's not available to them at home. Their parents can't fund it, they can't provide it for them. So the solutions that we came up with 4. The first one was to adjust the school budget. So what would happen is we take small amounts every month and they would accumulate and roll over each month and throughout the year to provide backups for students that struggle with this. Our second one was to meet with the parents and the teacher we being the teacher, we would meet with the parents to talk about affordable solutions around the classroom or around their home. The third one was that we would make an alternative assignment for the student. So, for example, we would have like a longer paper or a detailed drawing of the project, something like that. And then our last one that we came up with was to ask parents to help the class set up the project in lieu of providing material. And that way the child still feels like they're a part of the science fair and the parent doesn't feel like they're being given a handout either. Any 4 of these would work, some better than others, preferably better than others, but if needs be, we could use any of them. And that is our part 1 of the semester project.